something. The time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BFGoodrich HD terrain tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BFGoodrich, what are you building for?
Voted Yuma's best new car dealer, Alexander Ford is treating every day in November like Black Friday. Check out our new products like Bronco, Maverick, and Raptor arriving daily. Choose a 2023 Explorer and get as low as 0.9% financing. Browse one of the state's largest selection of Super Duties. Scan this code and go right to where the deals are at BillAlexanderFord.com. Plus, take a test drive and get an Amazon gift card. It's Black Friday every day at Alexander Ford. A difference you can count on.
Join us for 8 weeks of savings during our Winter Wonderland Holiday Sales Event. Now through December 25th, save big on deals made to fit any budget. From stocking stuffers under $100 to huge discounts on wheels, tires, lighting, and accessories. Make this holiday season unforgettable with 4-wheel parts. Shop your way, in-store, online, or over the phone. Don't miss out on the holiday savings. Stay tuned each week.
All right, welcome back, guys. It is time for your next KMC Wheels Fishgistics update here, brought to you guys all day by F&L Racing Fuel. You guys having fun yet? We are only getting started. It's not even halfway through the race. It's not even a third of the way through the race. It is barely a quarter of the way through the race, which is pretty gnarly when you think about it. These guys are literally just starting the Baja 1000 right now. If it was 1,000 miles, they're at mile 300, and they have 1,000 more miles to go. We've already seen a bunch of attrition in some of the classes. We've seen some bottlenecks already, and I have a feeling we're about to see more very quickly. And here is why. This section right here, where these couple bikes are right here, this is going to be gnarly. As soon as these spec trucks, you see all these spec trucks coming right here? Oh, see all these spec trucks right here? Watch all these as soon as they get right in here. This is going to be gnarly. I would expect to see some at 0 miles an hour. In here, the trophy truck's got a lot of power. The one cars are okay because they got a lot of weight in the back, and the weight kind of pushes you through the silt. You don't really see one cars get stuck a lot. Plus, they're not dragging an axle. They sit up higher. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these one cars make it through here okay. But when these 200 cars get here, the 200 number cars, this is going to be nuts. So we're going to see what happens here. So far, if you're just joining us, earlier we had a couple cars that were out. The biggest things I have on my notes was Cameron Steele was out, the number 16 with a blown engine. The number 70 was out with a blown transmission earlier. The number 234, Jason McNeil, had a major, had a big crash into a ditch. They broke a tie rod, a lower arm, a steering box, all that. So they were down for a long time. I'm not even sure if they're going again yet, but they were trying to get it fixed. They're the points leader, so they at least want to get a finish, and you never know what can happen in this race. So bummer for them. Earlier, that was Eli Kiger that was driving at that time. Other than that, we've seen a few cars upside down. We know that one of the Herbst boys was rolled earlier, EJ Herbst, but then they got going again, so that's good. And yeah, that's kind of where we are. So let's go look at our leaders. Our leaders are right here. Bryce Menzies started first, been out front all day, and he's still out front. So it's going to be Bryce Menzies, and then the 10, the tracker's a little off right now. So the 10 is actually going to be second physical. Then behind the 10 is going to be the 89. The 89 has not been tracking all day. So the Walser entry with Christopher Polvardi behind the wheel is actually going to be in third place right now. And then in fourth place is going to be the 1. So they're actually ahead. So this tracker, you got to remember, you got to look at when they update. See, it says 5 minutes ago. That's not a good position. The 1 is actually going to be 4th, and then the 23 is going to be 5th when all these are corrected and they update at the same time. That was a running order that I physically got that was given to me just a little while ago at mile 350. You can see they're at mile 372 right now, so that was only 22 miles ago that we were given that order. So chances are it's still the same. So Bryce Menzies out front right now. He is your leader in this race on physical, and he's probably leading on corrected time. However, the 89 was only a minute and something down on corrected time last time we checked around mile 300. So it's very possible the 89 is going to be right there on corrected time. So we're going to have to wait and see how that all plays out. Hopefully the 89's tracker will start working again. Sometimes, you know, they don't work, and then they do, and then they don't. But hopefully the 89s will turn back on sometime soon because they're one of the lead cars up there. So other than those guys, we got the 91. That is not Christopher Polvardi. They're just using his truck. We got the 1L, Gustavo Vidosla Sr. That is Ricky Johnson that is driving that car, that truck. We got Tim Herbst in the 19 and Dave Taylor in the 26. All those guys have had pretty flawless runs so far. We haven't really seen any trouble for any of those top cars. Then we got kind of a second pack. We got like Andrew Myers, Roberto Romo Jr., Cody Reed, and Ethan Ebert. And let's see, who's driving all these cars? Let's look. So Ethan Ebert, that is Richard Glassick in there right now. So he's driving to mile 350. So Richard is almost out. He's going to get out like right up here where everybody pits at the corner. So Richard's going to get out of the 9. And then let's see who's getting in. We got Chip Prescott is going to get in the 9 next and take that to mile 750. So that'll be a change there. Cody Reed is started in the 168, and Cody is driving all the way to mile 525. So Cody's going to be staying in there for another 200 miles just about. Roberto Romo Jr., let's see, 33. He started. Romo Jr. went to 150, and then he got out, and then Juan Carlos Lopez is in there. So that's a very fast driver in the 33 right now. We got Juan Carlos in there, very fast. He's going to go to mile 525. So I would watch for that 33 to make up some time on a couple of these guys possibly, because that's a pretty fast, crazy driver. You got in the 33 now. The 1L has Ricky Johnson driving in it, and he's driving to mile 350, which means he just got out. So the 1L, Ricky just got out. Mike Johnson is now in the 1L. So we got Mike Johnson in the 1L, and then after him, we're going to have Mike Coleman in there later, and then Gustavo's going to get in there towards the finish. So that's what's going on in the 1L. All right, so let's see. What else are you guys saying here? What is the punishment for the 77? Yeah, the 77 is not here. We're not giving any of those RG updates. The 43 was actually Paul Walls started in the 43. He is going to mile 305, and then he's going to get out, and Larry's going to get in. And we were just watching on the Baja Vida live stream. They were in the pit getting ready to do a driver change, like literally any second. They were waiting for him. And they may have just come and got in. I think we just missed it there. So the Baja Vida page, they have their YouTube is live on the Baja Vida YouTube. And it looks like, yeah, they just got in the truck because I don't see Larry. Larry was standing here a second ago. So Larry Rossler is now in the Baja Vida truck. So the 43 is now going to be Larry Rossler, according to their plan. Or he might have got in a little bit early, actually, because they didn't come up to, or no, where was he getting in? I already got mixed up. He was going to get 305. So, yeah, 305 is back here. So there's the 43. You can see they're at 304.8. They literally just did their driver change. So Larry Rossler is now in that car, and he's going to take it to Toby Price, who is waiting at mile 800 is where Toby Price is waiting, and then Toby's going to take it to the finish from there. So Toby gets to do the fun Catavina section. Good luck in that section. Hopefully he can get ahead of some of these spec trucks, because he's not going to be happy if he goes into that Catavina section, the loop below it, behind all these spec trucks. That's going to be a mess. So Toby, hopefully Larry can pick some of these guys off for you and get you a truck up ahead of a few of them. What was wrong earlier with the 43? They had a flat tire and the jack. Something got messed up with the jack. I don't know if it got left down or it went back down after they put it up, but it got caught and it got taken under the drive shaft while they were moving, and it messed up the drive shaft. So they had to take the jack off the truck. So now they're only left with the bottle jack, which, if you notice, they were looking for more air tanks. Those air tanks are like one use, maybe two uses out of those air tanks, and that's it. So they have no more hydraulic jacks on the truck. They only have the little bottle jack now. And they had a couple more flats, at least one more, and they need some bottles. So it could be interesting. I told Toby, you don't need a bottle, just don't get a flat. So that could be something to watch for later. If I was them, I would strap a friggin' floor jack to that truck somehow to at least have some jack. Anyways, all right. So who's running Starlink with live in-car? Well, here we can show you. So we have Baja Vita. This is the 43. They had their helicopter live earlier. Now they're not live, so nothing going on there. The helicopters obviously are done in Baja. They're just about done, maybe another hour at most. We have the the Score live feed, which is going on, and then we have the Herps. There you can see that was a pit earlier. The 19 was in the pit, so this is pretty cool. The Herps are live from all their different trucks. That was a little bit earlier. If I go to live right now, you can see, here we go. Here's the 219. So go to the Terrible Herps Motorsports YouTube, and you can see all of the Herps ones there. And then we have Travis Williams, who might start working again later. Then we have Phil Blurton. This is a look inside Phil Blurton's car right now out the back. So Phil Blurton was up there running in the top 2 or 3 in his class. There's on the front. So this is a live look in with Phil Blurton right now. Pretty cool in the UTV in the new Maverick R. And then we also have Kyle Ahrensberg right here, who's gotten really muddy, but his camera's upside down. So his camera's been working really good all day. It's actually worked every time I've looked just about, but it's upside down. So that's Kyle Ahrensberg there with his live in-car camera. And then the Blocks camera is not working. I don't know if that one's going to work. So quite a few people have live in-cars. There's probably a couple other ones. I know Brandon Walsh had one also that was going earlier. So it is there's getting to be a lot of people with Starlinks now that have live in-cars. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's knock off a couple class updates for you guys. So we did the lead. That's your leaders right there. Let's do class 1. So class 1, we got Cody Reed up front. Pretty good gap back to Brad Wilson and Cody Parkhouse and Damon Jeffries. They're all running together. Then we have Brendan Gaughan and Kyle Quinn, the other Wilson car right there. Now let's go back to class 10. Stan Potter is in the lead. We got the 1002, 1044, 1014. That's your top 4 in class 10 right there. The 144 is back there, the 1079, and so on. So let's look at class 10 and class 1. Now let's go look at, let's do class 5 unlimited, because I know you guys are going to want to see them. So 523, Don Chase still in front. 511, Eli Yee in second. And 512, Mike Beck running in third. And then down over here we have Trey Hernquist is moving again now, so that's good. He's moving at 65 miles an hour, just a little bit behind those guys. They had some issues earlier when we had checked on them. Let's look at the spec class. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but this thing's not in order. So our spec class is just about to get to the Silt. The Silt starts right up in here. So this, I'm telling you guys, watch this class. There's going to be some cars going to 0 miles an hour, I guarantee it. 244, Oliver Flumente out front still. Brent Fox, 282, running second. Travis Williams, I wish his in-car was working because that would be rad to see in the Silt. 277, 266, David Ziegler. Mason Cullen has dropped back a bit, but he hasn't updated in 3 minutes, so it's very possible he's actually up here. However, he was leading earlier. Driving these cars, the 207 we had, let me see, where was he? Mason Cullen. So Matt Cullen was in that car to mile 350. So that is still Matt. That's Mason's dad. You can see it just updated. So he's running in fourth, it looks like. That is Matt Cullen driving in there for another 35 miles. And then after Matt Cullen, it's going to be Brock Dickerson is going to get in there. So that's a very fast driver, going to be getting in the 207 at mile 350. So I would look for Brock Dickerson to make up some time on these guys ahead of him once he gets in a minute. And then Mason Cullen's going to jump in at the end and finish that thing. The 244, I don't know who's actually driving that one right now. I didn't get that list. Brent Fox, I didn't get either. Travis Williams, I did. The 277, that is CJ Hutchinson is in there right now. So CJ started in that truck. Travis Chase is going to be getting in a little bit in the middle. And then Travis Williams is going to get in and do the last section. So that is currently CJ Hutchins driving the 277 of Travis Williams. David Ziegler, William Hendrick, Pat Sims, Joe DeLuche. We got Riley Herbst here. Riley Herbst, that one was actually Troy Herbst was back driving. It's been a little while since Troy Herbst drove, I think. So Troy Herbst, Riley's dad, was going to start that. And then he was going to take it to mile 350 where Riley's going to get in. So Riley's about to get in that car not too long from now. And then after Riley, Jordan Dean is going to finish that car, according to the notes that I had. So that's what's going on with the 298. We're going to see them later. Now, let's see, who else? That's about it for the leaders in that class. let's go look at, let's see, we checked on them. Oh, okay, we missed the bikes last time, the Ironman bikes. So let's go look at the Ironman bikes. These guys are nuts. 27 of them. Let's see how many are still going. Well, we got a couple way back here. That's not good because those are mixed in with the cars. A couple more there. Let's zoom out and let's find the leaders. Okay, we got the Edgar is the 723X. He's our leader right now. And then we got the 741X. Now, there's some kind of good story about this car, and I need to get the whole thing. Maybe you guys can comment if you know it. This guy, I think this is who it was. He showed up at the race from Australia or from somewhere. He didn't pass tech. He had like 5 things that were wrong. He didn't have a dry brake. This wasn't legal. That wasn't legal. He scrambled. I'm pretty sure this is who it is. And he got all this stuff done just in time to race, and he's actually second right now. So someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who this story was about, was the 741X. Ironman just showed up to the race, really had no idea what he was getting himself into. I don't think he pre-ran or anything, and he's just going for it. And he's currently in second place right now, almost a mile 600 or 500. What is that? 600. Yeah, he's at mile 559 right now. So I believe that's the story. Let's see. Bought the bike in San Diego, rode it down to tech, and is racing, so they say. All right, so we'll have to confirm that part of the story, but that's pretty crazy. If this dude that's in second place bought that bike in San Diego and rode it down to the race, that's pretty badass. We'll try and confirm that. If anybody actually knows 100% if that's true, let us know, because that guy is nuts. So you already rode all the way down the peninsula, and then he's going to race up it? That's gnarly. Patrick Culligan is in there, and we got a whole bunch of pitting right here in San Ignacio. So we got Reed Christensen, Javier there, and the 785X there. So we still got a lot of guys going pretty good. The ones that are falling off are these guys. I'm a little worried about these guys. So Mark Burke here, Rayson Clark, and Dustin Vasquez. These 3 guys are currently stopped. Like, that's stopped even though it says 1.9. They're in the silt beds right there. I don't know if these guys are going to get out, and I don't know if they're done or if they're going to want to continue or what. But these 3 guys are in a little bit of trouble right now. The 727 is done, it looks like. So Luke is on the highway. 791 is sitting in a pit. These guys are moving. So we got some good racing going on in the Ironman class. We'll try to confirm that guy. Let's see. Someone says that's correct story. Well, that's pretty cool if that's the true story about that guy. So pretty cool. Score lights. Yeah, there's 7 of them. We haven't checked on them yet, huh? Let's go look at class 12. So class 12, we have Scott Wisdom is in first right now. Jeremy Sundin in second. 1203, Oliver Flamete. He's got, how many entries does Oliver have? It's like Clyde Stacy back in the day. Remember when Clyde had like 10 entries, 1 in every class with his name on it? That's like Oliver now. He's got a trophy truck spec. He's got a 12 car. He's got an 11 car. He's got all kinds of stuff out here. See, that car's in third. Miguel Cortez in fourth. Oscar in fifth. So there's a look at your top 5 in the score lights, or the 1200 cars as they're known here. And let's see, what else we got going on? I was just looking at the feed. Yeah, this is pretty cool, all the feeds they have. This is the score feed right here. So they're showing this guy at mile. This might be one of our bike guys. Look at this. This is at mile 330, and it's crazy, the silt there. That's gnarly. This is on the score feed, so go watch the score feed if you want to see more of this. Look at that silt. Like, you barely get going, and then he's out of there. And here comes a truck. He doesn't even know this truck is coming behind him. So he just barely made it through the silt. Now he's going to have a trophy truck or trophy truck spec right on his bumper. Look at that. This is the stuff that's gnarly right there. That is definitely pretty crazy. That stuff is going to be, you can't even see if you're behind that guy. Look at that dust. There's no way you can see. You just have to keep going, which is why it's sketchy for these bikes, because as soon as this guy passes the bike, they have no idea if another car is right behind him. It's so sketchy. It's just really it's really not good. Look at him. He's getting out of the way. All right, he pulled out of the way. Wow, just in time. Now he better sit over there and wait till he can see it's clear and not jump out, because you don't know if another truck's coming right behind him. That's like the biggest issue right there, is if you do that. So definitely tune into the score. Go over to Scores YouTube and watch that in between my updates. But that's the section right here that we were just talking about. I mean, it's just pure silt. Look at that. You just can't see anything. These trucks are barely making it through there. Oh, he hits a tree and he's stuck. There we go. Oh, no, that's the beginning right there. That's it. That's going to be it right there. That's the beginning of the log jam. Who is that? No, he's done. He's done. This is, you guys are watching it live. He is done right here. This is on the score feed. Roberto Ruiz, it's saying in Trophy Truck. Trophy Truck 68, it looks like. They are done. Oh, no. Now that just, let's go back over and look. He's stuck. They hit a tree and they're stuck up on the tree. So that is definitely not good. Let's go look at the tracker. Where is 68? Hang on, we'll go back. That's on the score feed if you want to watch it. I just want to see where he's at. He's got to be right in here. And he is, look at right where I said. This is exactly where I said. He's right there, 327. This section, I knew that was going to happen. So there he is. There's your first car. Look, there's nowhere to get around him. This is going to be definitely bad. So look, I'm going to log off. Let's go watch this on the score feed, all right? Go over and watch the score feed. Go to score on their YouTube. I'm going to sign off so we can watch this because it's going to get good in the next minute, and I got to give some of these spec guys a heads up. So come back at 3 o'clock for the next update, but go watch this on Score's YouTube right now because I guarantee you this is going to get good. So flip over to the Score YouTube, and we'll see you back here at 3 o'clock.